If you want respect, you gotta earn it. You damn right.
Once again, it's on. Be what up, man.
Going on, bro?
Good to see you, my brother.
Man, got the shades off and everything. We back. It's summertime. Let's
here.
go. Let's go.
Clearly, B is here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here. Already.
I'm here. It's good to see you, bro.
I am back. Good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Hey,
Are the lights always this bright?
It's good to be.
Were we always using these bulbs?
It's been a dark couple of months, huh?
And it's still dark.
Yeah, speaking of dark, man.
It's still dark.
Speaking of dark,
it's
man.
It's dark and hell is hot,
man. Big album coming up, bro.
Huge album,
DMX debut.
So 1998 is the year.
Mm-hmm.
DMX is as hot as fish grease.
Woo.
Off the strength of his mixtape appearances.
Yeah.
Get At Me Dog is out there. If you really know,
Blazing.
you remember DMX from his first stint, his first go round. But everybody's excited, man, because the shiny suit era is very prevalent. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everything is glossed up.
Absolutely.
The samples is clean. There's no crackling on the records. Everything is cleaned up.
Diana Ross samples all day.
We taking it back to the streets.
Oh yeah, and this is why he was so big. I don't think people understand. Like, he was a transformative artist, man. He was the antithesis of what was going on, what was popular.
Right.
He showed the other side of the moon, right, with the dark cratered side. You know what I'm saying? But like, folks were in the street, they were still starving. The stick-up kids were still hungry.
So many more people can relate to that story than Cristal, Benz's, driving backwards in the Bentley.
Right. It don't cost them to take your shirt off.
In the Switch tank.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it'd be pretty costly for me right now.
Costly.
Costly.
Like, oh shit, I just lost Nike. No,
I be looking like John Morant.
You know, like we've severed our relationship with Torre.
Anyway, yeah, man. So when we decided to do this album, the 25th anniversary, I was very excited to just kind of dig back into the whole project. Obviously, we lost X some years ago. Yeah. He has, timeless music that we've been hearing since the beginning of his career. But to really go through the album track by track, song for song, hard to earn style, I was very excited about doing that.
Also,
man.
You got to remember this: he's coming a year after Pac died. You know what I'm saying? Like that was very key. Because hip hop was looking for another Pac. You know what I'm saying?
I always felt like that was an unfair comparison too.
I thought it was. I didn't think it was I don't think it was like a bad comparison. I've always felt like, X was a descendant of Pac. You know what I mean? He actually was more spiritual and actually more gangster than Pac. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was realer. You know what I mean?
I just didn't get the need to compare. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's just people. People just need that. People need it. That's the thing.
Well, I'm a person.
People need to compare. No, I mean the masses need to compare. You know what I mean? You're able to accept X for what he was. He was a singular ass artist. Yeah. In so many levels.
I don't feel like anybody was like DMX before or after.
And then he tried to act also, so that was more comparisons to Pac.
Yeah, I mean, I think it
was, DMX
was the bald head shirtless thing.
DMX and Belly is not Tupac in Poetic Justice. That's not the same.
True, but X was not a bad actor.
Not at all.
No, X wasn't a bad actor.
I mean, you can hear in his raps, he's a great performer.
For sure.
That's that's. It's like if you ever, I think that's what hype saw. It was like, nah, if he's performing like that on stage and rapping like that, just be like, we give him some lines, give him a character.
Put him in character. And his character wasn't a stretch from a wild guy, that he was. So all of that played into the legend of the late great Earl Simmons. Let's get to this album, though.
Absolutely, man.
Let's get to this album, man. We're gonna set it with the intro. Once you get to the intro, what happens?
DMX. I mean, this is standard DMX right here.
Standard issue form.
DMX. You know what you're getting. It's violent. It's aggressive. You know what I'm saying? The Irv Gotti production. You know what I'm saying? It matches his intensity.
Shout out to my brother Gotti.
Yeah, it matches his intensity.
It's dark.
The album is
But just this intro, like the chords that they use, the sound, the feel of it
sounds
like
eerie.
Doom.
It sounds like
Doom.
Sounds
like Doom.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
It sounds like, oh shit.
We should run.
Why did I turn this?
We should run.
We should run. Yeah, man. But I thought it was a great way to start the record because it's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah,
it's exactly what you wanted. It's exactly what you thought it would be. Yep. From everything we had heard from DMX up until this point, it wasn't no surprise. Nah. It was satisfying and gratifying. Like,
Okay, we get into
this. This what I wanted. This is what I wanted.
This is what I wanted. When you hear "Get At Me, Dog," this is the album. This is what you want to hear. The first song of the album.
For sure. And it's just like, you know, I got the energy. It's the energy you want from X. It's the delivery you want from X. It's multiple flows and the theatrics. Like you talked about his acting, his performance, right? The theatrics of him in the booth. You can hear him moving. You can hear, you know what I'm saying? This is you're not sitting down recording this.
Sweating. You can feel him sweating.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Probably went through the Papa Stopper a few times. You know what I'm saying? A few times and shit. And him and Gotti had that relationship, right? So Gotti knew exactly what to serve. I thought it was a great start to the album. It definitely took me right back to 98 as I started listening to it over this past week. What it land for you? If you had anything else?
No, I love when he was like, you know, bitches gonna give me head for free because they're gonna see who I'm gonna be by 2003, which is a random, you know what I mean, a random year to pick. But I'm like, by 2003, he was that dude.
No, in 5 years,
he was that guy. He was that dude.
There was a couple of box offices smashes at that point. It was a lot of number
co-starring with Aaliyah.
Yeah, it was a lot of plaques. You know what I mean? Radio played crazy.
Absolutely.
So he was a prophet. He was Earl. Earl was a prophet.
He knew. And you know, hold on to that too, right? Hold on to that.
Here we go.
But I gave the intro an 8.5.
I gave the intro 8.5 as well. Prophetic.
Oh yeah, man.
Prophetic. Ruff Ryders anthem.
Oh man.
We are right to the DMX
right to the music.
museum.
Okay, immediately.
No grand tour.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna show you the kitchen. We don't need to see the foyer. Let's go right to the museum. Yeah. This is where we are.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, this is colossal, man.
Colossal.
I mean, it's a perfect title too, right? Like I'm glad because it's one of those songs that actually put Ruff Ryders on the map. Man.
It's so simple. It's so simple of a title.
So simple.
No thought at all. Ruff Ryders anthem.
Even the production, like it's it's that this is the sound that got Swiss on the map.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is around the time he was doing the was it Jigga what? Jigga who? Is that him?
Yeah, but this was the first. This was his first placement, I think.
Very first placement?
Yeah, I think this was his first placement. And if I'm not mistaken, because obviously we know he's DNY and Siobhan's cousin or nephew, they had to fight to get him on the project. You know, Grease handled most of the production. Grease was DMX's guy.
It's a crazy year for a rookie producer, boy.
Yeah, for sure. But if we being honest, I did not love Ruff Ryders anthem when I first heard it.
I didn't love it either.
I wasn't in love with the beat.
I
wasn't in love with the beat.
I wasn't.
Especially, you know, the cloth that we cut from is that sampling cloth.
Yeah,
you know, it didn't have soul. It felt very computerized. You know what I'm saying? And very,
extremely.
Yeah, the lack of the soul, and that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a soul sample, but just the feel, the warmth of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get that when I first heard Ruff Ryders anthem.
Agree.
But what the record did, and the energy of the record, yeah. The energy of the record is crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant because there's a call and response chorus. And there's a call and response verse.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's an opportunity for that chant throughout the verse. What? You know what I'm saying? Like this is, even if you
makes his ad-libs a part of the response. That's
even
crazy.
if you don't know that you're gonna tour the world and do huge festivals, this is the type of record you make for those moments.
Yeah.
This is one of those, you perform this record, this is 50,000, 100,000 people. Stadium going bananas. And we saw it. We saw it at Woodstock. You know, we seen X perform this from the smallest spots to the biggest spots, and the energy is always incredible, electric. I mean,
Jay tells that story about like the first night of Hard Knock Life. And
he's like, I gotta follow that.
Like, what? He said, yo, they crying.
You know what's so crazy? That's hilarious. That's a hilarious story. If y'all haven't seen that, y'all should check that.
It's a great story.
Hove talking about touring, was the Hard Knock Life tour?
Hard Knock Life, first night.
And
he's closing, of course, right?
Right, because he's a star. He's the biggest artist.
And X is also huge, right?
But DMX
comes out, gets the dudes.
Is a colossal performer, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, although he had the catalog to back it up, what he does on stage, the energy, the barking, the climbing.
Not even at the time, though. This is new.
But he still got those records. By the time they do the tour, he's got these records that the people want to see. But like, he takes you through this range of emotions. You hype, you want to fight,
right?
You want to back
takes his shirt off, gets the girls.
Right.
Now he praying.
He prays at the
end.
He's
drinking blood.
Everybody cries.
He's drinking Thug Passion.
And here come your man in the suit. Here comes his man in the suit.
It's a Hard Knock Life. Here comes the Annie sample.
Even that. Either that or he came out with the bulletproof vest. Either way, it's a tough act to follow.
Yeah.
But he said that made him a better performer. Hov said that made him a better performer.
Absolutely.
Though I was never the biggest fan of the beat, the record overall was just undeniable.
Yeah.
Undeniable. Give it a 9.
Same.
Give it a 9?
Same.
All right. Look at us.
Same.
Look at us on the same page. Fucking with D. Let's go. Go ahead, B. Talk to me.
It's another standard DMX joint. It's a great performance. I actually fuck with this hook. It's one of those hard joints. I feel like this is one of those, like, the people who really love this album, this is one of the favorites, I feel like. You know? Folks, I remember when this album was out, folks were really banging this joint. Heard this a lot coming through the Jeeps and the car windows.
The Walkmans, don't leave me out. You know what I mean?
I couldn't hear you walk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You saw the way I was bopping, though. You gonna need bop like that to Earl. You go like that bop. I don't get it. Like when you see me walk around, she like this. It was that song.
And let's give it up for Dame Grease, man. I mean, Dame Grease is the producer of this album.
Oh yeah, no, he's the soundscape of this whole of what we loved from DMX and what we knew him to be initially. That's Dame Grease.
He set that sound.
For sure.
Darkman X sound, man. Again, I don't have a ton to say about this record. It's great performance. D's doing what he does. Him and Grease make a marriage sonically. I'm a big fan of the hook.
Oh yeah, because I mean the way he drills the hook right to match the cadence, cadence to the beat. It's not overdrawn. You get right back into the verse. Right. And he goes. But the second verse, I wanted to just point. I want to break bread with the cats that I starved with. Want to hit the malls with the same dogs I robbed with. Want to be able to laugh with the niggas that I cried with. And when it's all over, these are the niggas that I died with. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk that shit, Earl.
And he keeps that dog theme through.
Bro. He's an animal. He's a canine.
He's a manimal.
He's an animal. That's a good show.
Man, that was a great show. It's a fucking great show. NBC, boy, I tell you. That was a great show.
Tell me you old without telling me you old.
We are totally old yelling manimal.
Grown men, adults.
Jesus.
Do your Googles if you don't know what the fuck we talking about.
Seriously, boy.
But yeah, man, like that theme, like obviously we know Earl's story, we know DMX's story, and he didn't have anything but a dog. So the slang and how we utilize the word dog, it's man's best friend, is the person that the animal, the other being that gets you, you know what I'm saying, that don't gotta say much but understands you and hurts when you hurts and can
rob somebody when you need to rob somebody.
Yes, it can be used as a weapon. But also, they have that instinctual to know when people mean you harm.
Right.
So even like if you
they can tell the spirit
judge,
of somebody.
Yeah, the judge of the spirit
like
in their character,
who's a danger.
So if somebody come in and it's supposed to be love, and your dog is reacting away,
your chakras ain't right.
Yeah, the dog gonna let it be known.
Getting bit.
You know what I mean? The dog is gonna let it be known. So I loved all that. I love what he did. Shout out to Dame Grease on it. Tough record, man. I gave it 8.5.
8.5. I gave it 8.5.
Word up. This is scary. Been on the same page the whole time. So we got the Storm skit. We'll skip that. Look through my eyes. So this is the other bag that I was talking about. Mm-hmm. The slow, the preachy, the melodic, just that, DMX really painting the picture. Even without it being the story, he paints a picture. He lives in this world as much as he lives in that chaotic ass world because we know the duality of who DMX is, right?
I mean, again, that's these themes throughout the album, right? It's as much as this is entertainment and we enjoy the music. A lot of this stuff, Darkman comes from a dark place. It comes from the humanity of it. Was he was betrayed a lot by humans and in a number of ways. Abandoned a lot, by humans. So it's like he had no choice. He had to basically abandon the human race to find love, which is really sad when you think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. But like he still holds on to his faith, his spirituality, and that's what makes him that's really separates him. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about, he can rap his ass off, absolutely, but that faith and to be able to like be the realest, ruggedest motherfucker and still the most vulnerable when it comes to his maker. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was something that I think he mastered that a lot of people maybe didn't realize or give him credit for.
A lot of people try to do that.
Very vulnerable, but you don't. It doesn't take away from his street credibility or his gangster at all.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Like, X will stick you up, rob you or whatever, and may go home and cry about it that night. But he had to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? The chorus, look through my eyes, see what I see, do as I do, be what I be, walk in my shoes and hurt your feet. And you know why I did dirt in these streets.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
He's even telling you, like, I had to do this. You know what I mean? Like, you just, it's like, so you wouldn't have to go through that, right? Like what Jigga said, right?
Exactly.
I had to live this. It is what it is. But again, that reality and his that real past is what separates him story wise from other artists, and then lyrically, you know what I'm saying, separates himself from other artists. You know, but this one comes off like it's like part confessional, but also part warning, right? Like I don't really want to do it, but I will do it. I'll do it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really want to,
right?
But I'm more than capable.
This
of doing
is what I'm capable of doing.
Absolutely.
Right.
So you should be warned. You know what I mean?
I bare my soul. Niggas wouldn't dare. My role. Give a nigga a heart of gold, but with a hole. Gives a nigga a heart of gold, with a hole.
Think about that.
Think about that. Control. Woo. My shoulders hold a lot of weight. Just like the first time I sold an eighth and was told it's not an eighth.
But I was out of state.
And it's too late for changes to be made. And that's what you get for fucking with strangers in the shade. Bro, just that whole... That's like, it's so much there, bro. It's so much to unpack there.
So much there.
Yeah.
Learning the hard way, learning the streets.
Learning the streets the hard way.
Hard knocks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean.
Dealing with the consequences of how you moving, right?
When you make a mistake in the streets, the consequences are bad.
They could be life ending.
They could be life ending.
Yeah. It could
Sometimes
be,
you wish they were life ending. You know what I'm saying?
It could be the ultimate. You could pay the ultimate price with your life. But I love that, man, because it's like.
So hard.
Yo, I bare my soul. Niggas wouldn't dare my role. Niggas wouldn't dare play my role.
You don't want it.
Yeah, you don't want it.
You're not even built. You're not built for it.
Not built.
You're not
he
built
already
for
told you if you walk in my shoes, you'll hurt your feet.
Think about it. Hurt your feet. Not to overuse the word, right? But like, it's the realest shit, though. Feel the pain, feel the joy of a man who was never a boy.
Wow.
Come on.
How you skip that? Wait, that's not the way that's supposed to go. He used that again, right? He said he learned how to walk before he knew how to crawl. Skipping steps, having to, a lot of us in the street had to grow up really fast.
Yeah, I do.
Had to skip through our childhood because we had responsibilities.
The streets don't coddle you, man.
Right? Yeah. Or you had to be the man of your house. You know what I'm saying? And so you never had the opportunity to be a juvenile, to make young mistakes and do shit like that. You had to learn on the fly, on the job training. It's real deep when you think about it.
It's super deep.
And this is what made
it's autobiographical. So it's like, it's not like he's just being creative right now. Like to take his reality and make it so poetic and give you food for thought at the same time.
Right.
Like this is what makes X special.
And make it entertaining too,
and
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. To make dope songs out of all your pain and trauma and struggle. Is crazy.
Pain, trauma, and struggle.
And we haven't even touched on his ultimate demon. The substance abuse, right? Like, come on, bro. DMX. This is why I say Pac is one of a kind, but DMX is one of a kind in a whole other way. And I would never. I don't
There's
even
no need to compare.
Yeah, I don't even put those worlds together. What'd you give Look Through My Eyes? 9. Gave it 8.5. Yeah. Tough joint. Shout out to Dame Grease once again.
Back in the museum.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Where it all started.
Dog. No pun. Dog. Get at me, dog.
Shit, man. The tunnel video. Black and white. Hype Williams.
Epileptic warning. Like may cause a seizure. Let's take it back to the street, motherfucker.
No stylist.
Yo, the heartbeat.
No
stylist. The streets is my style.
No stylist.
No security. My dog is here.
I look like prison.
I look like prison.
I like prison. Prison chic. Penitentiary chic.
I look like no parole.
Exactly.
I look like a blue trial.
I'm in the hole. That's what I look like.
Dog. And again, right, what I really loved about this video and the genius, I think, of the video was to use Hype Williams, who did all the colorful fish-eyed lens shit, right? All the big.
Give us the other shit.
Give me that same energy, but over here.
Right, the same vibrancy.
In the darkness.
Make it dark, yeah.
But make it dark.
And where's the best place to fucking shoot in darkness? The fucking tunnel.
What just dawned on me was it was almost the same thing that 50 Cent. It was a 50 Cent shit, right?
Oh, yeah. 50,
it was the same
50
blueprint.
Definitely took from the.
It was the same blueprint, right? It was all of this street shit. I mean, all of this shiny shit and all of this singing.
Shit was fucking clubby and super R&B.
It was real R&B'd out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me talk about how I shot niggas.
What up,
melodically though.
Right, melodically.
What up, gangster? You should check that episode if you didn't see it. Great episode.
Amazing episode.
Great album. What else we got for
Get at me. What else is there to say about Get At Me, bro? Like,
the pocket is mean. The chorus is great. The beat is timeless. It's a BT Express sample. Chic sounds amazing on it. Chic was the only lock they could get.
Really?
Because the locks were pretty hot, right? And of course they're on
the album, no?
Yeah, but they for this this was the first record. So they needed.
Chic was great on this. I
love that. Perfect.
I love that. It's
Kiss,
only Chic.
I don't think Kiss would have made sense. Styles could have done it.
Styles could have did it.
But I love what Chic. Yeah, I just love the energy. It's right there. But yeah, the locks were hot.
Yeah.
They was like, we're not gonna be able to get Kiss to do it. Styles is running around. Yeah. And so Chic was the only one who would show up and do it when they needed it to get done. Nice. It was a time thing. And shout out to my brother Luke. Shout out to D-Block as a whole. Shout out to my brother Luke. Yeah, I mean it's great. This is the first 10 for me on the album.
First 10
for me on the album.
First 10. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, first.
You got more 10s to come.
Pay attention.
I gave it a 9.5.
Pay attention. Why?
I gave it a 9.5. Because I don't want to be revisionist. I think like we some get caught up with classics. Sure. Like just because you're a classic, I mean, Clark went through the same thing, right? Just because something is a classic doesn't mean it's flawless, right? And it's a whole song. It makes me think of like Annie Up, right? Okay. Annie Up is a great song. It's about the same thing throughout the whole joint, right? This is great. I don't know if it's Annie Up. It doesn't really deviate. It's just the same shit kind of over. It's not even like it's a perfect performance from X. But if I was reading it, I'm like, okay, it's not wowing me. It just all comes together from the music, from the hook. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's not New York State of Mind. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's not the writing is not as intricate.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
So I mean, I'm gonna take a little bit off, half a ball for that.
And so I was in that same space too, right? And then I was like, if I read the lyrics, makes sense. It's cohesive. What took it over the top for me was that he, because of some of the quotes that came from this song that we still say to this day. So I was just like, damn, this record has stood the test of time as a great record. It still sounds amazing. Like I listen to Get At Me, dog. I still get chills. I only want to listen to this in the car on big speakers. Don't put this in AirPods. It's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But Protected by Viper, Stand Back. That shit. You know, the way he closed the song with that high pitched performance, I was just like, he did things to take it over the top.
Performance
made it just I was like, you know what? This is great. No revisionist shit. I was like, this is really great.
I'm not mad at anybody thinks it's a 10.
No doubt.
Just for my own.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let Me Fly.
Oh man.
Oh, we back in that other bag.
We
back. And you know, we talked about Preacher Earl, right? Just his conversations with...
There's also a rapper named Preacher Earl.
Yeah, it is. Good. I was going to say no pun, but I was like, everybody ain't going to understand that. But shout out to Preacher Earl. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Down the Line.
Yeah, because... You know your rap.
Oh, because...
You know your rap.
You picked the whack co-host?
You know your rap.
We not...
Oh,
we
man,
not those
that's
guys?
Down the line.
Are we not those guys?
Oh, boy.
Hey,
Oh, you going to have me playing the old school shit tonight, boy.
Earl, DMX, when he gets to talking through his spirit, because sometimes he talk, sometimes he talk, he talks through his bravado, you know. But when he gets to talking through his spirit, when he allows his spirit to use him, and he give you those bars, if there was anybody to compare him to, I would say Scarface. Like when they get in that bag,
buddy.
When they get in that bag,
now you preaching.
Oh, look,
now you preaching. Now you preaching.
Okay.
Woo!
When they get in that bag, is no one else like it. And nobody. You don't have to be a spiritual person to be affected by it, to feel it. You know what I'm saying?
All you gotta do is have a spirit.
You just gotta be willing to listen. You just gotta be willing to listen. This is before we have an inside look in all of the things that Earl is dealing with.
Right.
But even in that, it's like, yo, you love DMX the rapper, but you want me to stop get high. You want me to stop doing the things that give you this. These are the results of these actions.
This is not made up. This is not a manufactured image.
So you gotta let me fly.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, Earl, stop doing this shit. You wasting your money. You getting high. You know, I mean, it's no secret that DMX got high, so it's no disrespect. But it's like, I'm sure people in his corner was like, bro, you got to stop smoking crack. And he was like, yeah, I would like to, but also...
It's not really that easy.
This is what you want.
Also really not that easy.
This is the nigga that you want. This is the result of that.
I don't even think he was talking about so much about the drug use on this because I think
it's all of it.
I think it's a lifestyle. Like he was on tour robbing niggas, son.
It was all of it. It was
crazy.
all of it. Yeah.
That's wild to rob niggas on your tour.
Either let me fly or give me death. Let my soul rest and take my breath. I don't want to fly. I'm going to die anyway. I'm going to live on, but I'll be gone any day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sold my soul to the devil and the price was cheap.
The price was cheap.
It's cold on his level because it's twice as deep.
Twice as deep.
Come on, bro. Yeah. Come on, man.
So this is a perfect time, B. This is a perfect time to pose the question.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Let me get my question right. Let me.
I love good questions.
Let me go through. Let me just go through my question. Make sure my question is right. Is DMX a top tier lyricist?
Top tier? No, I can't say that.
Okay.
I can't say top tier.
What is his allure?
I think he's a rap superstar and one of the hardest to ever do it. One of the realest to ever do it.
We've stopped multiple times and pointed out the poignancy of his lyrics.
He's got bars. I mean, he's got bars. I mean, we did the same thing we did Strictly for My Niggas. You could pull out great bars from Pac. They're here and there. But I'm just saying, like, you know, we looking at 16 songs here. You know what I mean? It's not Royce da 5'9". Like, you know where we come from. It's not Pharoah Monch. It's not Royce da 5'9". Like, if we're going to talk strictly bars, lyrics, we know what the standard is. Now, he does his level of lyrics, like Pac, and makes great songs with them. We know a lot of lyrical dudes, you know what I'm saying? Won't name any names, but like who were bar crazy. They couldn't make good songs. This is more important. He could rap. He raps his ass off. But he puts some hooks together. He brings the emotion into it. He brings a spiritual sense to it. He acts all of these things. So yeah, like he's not like Eminem, but like at the same time, Eminem doesn't have a Ruff Ryders anthem. You know what I'm saying? So I love listening to X in ciphers. I love listening to him in ciphers.
I wanted to get through. I think that the passion that DMX gives you, and it doesn't matter what he's rapping about.
It's the performance.
I think the way that he delivers his rhymes can take his over the top, and I think that's where a lot of people may get confused because you feel it. You feel X. Yeah. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he made great songs, but you gotta also feel him when he's rapping.
It's like when you go to church. You may not be a person who goes to church, but like that time you do go to church, you have to be affected by the word.
I was just saying. I was like, damn, I haven't been in church in a long time. I want that energy. What'd you give it? What'd you give Let Me Fly?
8.5.
I gave it 8.5 as well. Shout out to Grease and Young Lord on this joint. I want you to talk to me about DMX's allure. Why do we love him? Why is he...
For everything we said, man. Again, people love celebrities because they see something that they would want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Niggas loved X because you could tell X don't give a fuck. And everybody says I don't give a fuck. Most people give a fuck. Right. X has no fucks to give because there is no mom or, you know, he talks about his grandmother here and there, but like there was nobody that he felt like he had to like, he'd been doing dirt all his life.
Right.
Like this is who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got an addiction.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, whatever. Like if it ever comes down to me against you.
Scared somebody was going to come unchain his dog?
Yo. Boomer's not. I wish you would unchain Boomer.
Boomer,
I wish you would rip your whole face off.
Rest in peace to Boomer.
Rip your whole fucking face off. I wish you would unchain Boomer.
Man. Anyway,
listen.
X is coming. Pause. So the Freddy Krueger chant is used in this joint. Produced by PK. The tempo is not an up tempo joint. Like it's very much a laid back joint, but X is in your face.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even what the music is doing, X is choosing to go in a different route with the delivery. Because this is a joint he could have been laid back on.
Yeah.
But he chose to be more in your face.
The delivery's a little more sped up.
It's a lot more of the same though. We've gotten.
This is a pretty graphic song. I mean.
Oh yeah, if your daughter's older than 15, I'm a raper in front of you. So 16 years old. What?
I can't get with the lyrics.
Yeah,
I can't get with the lyrics, especially in 2023. You just can't get with the lyrics. I mean, this is X on his horrorcore shit. This is the darkest it gets for him.
This is the darkest.
You know what I'm saying? When you watching,
this is the darkest and the hottest.
This is the darkest and the hottest.
Like
when you make niggas watch you rape their daughter, like you know, like that's then you kill them. Like it's just man. I could have done without this song. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I could have done without it. I mean, the track is still tough. Yeah. Still hard joint.
It's very, very extra though.
Super extra.
Very extra.
Took the Freddy Krueger chant. You know, I mean,
I got his treacherous shit. It's real treacherous shit.
I got terrible violence. It's
Terrible
horrorcore.
Yeah. You shouldn't rape.
No, ever.
Yeah, don't rape.
Ever. Don't rape.
There's a lot of things you can do.
Ever.
Raping is not one of the things you should be doing.
Do dogs rape? I don't think dogs rape.
Do they get consent?
They don't get consent.
Do they get consent?
They don't get consent.
Yeah, they just walk up.
But that's how
it.
they get busy though.
That's
how they do it.
Well, how does a dog say no? How does a female dog be like, yo, I'm not, not tonight. I got a headache.
They wag their tail out.
That never stop him from mounting.
Yo, B.
This is a wild conversation.
You ever see a ever see a dog?
I'm not.
The female dog. The bitch ever looks like she's enjoying it. The female dog never looks like she's enjoying it, son. Ever. I've never seen a poodle look like they're enjoying that shit ever. You know what I'm saying? Think about it.
I told you I didn't.
That's why they do doggy style. I'm not looking at her face.
Oh,
nobody want to see that face.
Yo,
unenthused.
Mad uninterested.
Anita is unenthused. B with your pipe game, yo. Like,
my show about to come on.
Yo, hurry up.
Another wild dog. What did you rate X's Coming?
7.5.
I gave it an 8.
Oh, yeah.
I gave it an 8. All right, Damien.
Get jiggy with it.
Damien.
This
is one of the ones that people. This is one of the ones that people remember.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this dual personality, storytelling.
Yeah.
DMX gives us this different voice, this different, state of mind. And it was dope. It was dope because it was like he was able to get a lot of the same kind of content off, but more creatively on this joint.
Yeah, I mean it's a cautionary tale too, right? Uses Damien as the metaphor for I guess with the devil on your shoulder,
right?
And also like
there was no angel though.
No, it's right. It's just the devil, right? Just Damien. It's just Damien. But I'm saying it's also a metaphor too for like the streets. It's like you keep feeding the streets, it's gonna make you keep doing worse things. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's gonna give you the Benz. It's gonna give you the fly shit. You're gonna be fucking the hoes, but you gotta still pay the streets
There's
back.
A cost.
And it's a cost to it. Exactly. You know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
Dame Grease joint. DMX and his storytelling bag, which is, I guess, do I ask this question now, or do you have anything more to say about Damien?
I think X is a pretty decent storyteller.
Don't answer the question before I ask the question.
Okay, but I don't know what the question is, and I ask it.
Where does DMX rate on your storytellers list?
He's not super high. He's definitely a good storyteller. That's my point. I don't think this is one of his better stories. It's a very rudimentary story. It's really linear, and it's not a lot of peaks and valleys what you want from a story. It's not a very nuanced. It's not very nuanced storytelling.
Right, but just knowing what we know from X's entire catalog, this is a full catalog conversation with his.
And I get the intent of this song too, right? Like he's even saying like what do I got to lose? Like your soul, like you know what I mean? Like that's slick right there. You know what I mean? But the actual storytelling, like I appreciate the storytelling as we go further into the album. This one,
boom.
I didn't really love.
Open the door. ATF. You got Damien, you got ATF, you got How's It Going Down. Yeah. X gets into his storytelling bag, but he's never really mentioned amongst the storytellers when we have those conversations. So I was just curious as to, because he's definitely someone who delved into the storytelling.
Yeah, first album
portions
too.
Of a few songs.
A few songs.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, X has always got a story to tell.
Oh, he is a story.
He's got a story to tell. Anything else on Damien before we get to the rating?
No, that was it.
I gave it 8.5.
Okay, 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Low on this one.
Yeah, a little low.
Okay.
I like the other stories a little more.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. It didn't give me a lot.
I like the intent of what
that's
the
what
song
it is.
was.
I like the intent.
I like the intent.
Just wasn't,
It fell short. It fell short, but
short.
it wasn't. But it didn't fall off. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And it's one of them ones. For some reason, maybe because he did the high pitched voice or whatever, it's one of them joints that just kind of stand out in a lot of people's minds. Like, yo, Damien.
Yeah.
Obviously
with the
automatically.
It's like give me the loot you change the voice. That's what makes it stand out.
Obviously, we always connect Damien with being Satan or Lucifer, the devil.
Absolutely.
So just that whole play on
just one.
One
shoulder.
It would have been cool if you did. You know what I mean?
One tassel. One Colonel Abrams tassel. Just
like a Michael Jackson.
Had a Tito Jackson jacket. One tassel.
I'll treat my son Tito like that. Shimon.
Shimon, son.
Like,
son,
can we get back?
I wish the world was smart enough, son. Son, that shit is
a
so
thing,
genius,
yo.
son.
It's a different thing.
That's one of the most genius shit I've ever heard in a cartoon be. Son, but seriously, bro. Anyway, moving along.
Everything ain't for everybody, but for the ones that get it,
man,
it's so special,
son.
It's so special. Yeah, it's so special.
What do you mean, Michael J. Parker? What do you mean?
How's it going down?
Man, it's a phenomenal song.
Phenomenal song. Take it away. Go ahead.
I mean, can you get a harder fucking rap ballad?
Thank you.
This is the fucking hardest. This is the hardest rap love ballad.
I would like to thank you, son, man. Thank you.
Thank Earl, man.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
But I thank you for understanding and saying the same. I'm like, bro, this is the hardest chick song of all time.
My nigga. You know, remember even the wave cap? Way back. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker TNT.
Used to play that. Yo,
I'm still here. So it's all good.
So how you... Clearly, I'm still here. You still alive? You still alive?
Oh, so you standing right here talking to me?
Okay, the nigga who's asking for my number is still alive. Okay. Son, how you bring up niggas used to blaze at me when you trying to bag a chick, son? Like, this song is so fucking good on so many fucking levels, from storytelling to fucking humor to the fucking audacity of this motherfucker.
So many things. It's so many things. I mean, he trying to bag Shorty. He end up messing with Shorty. He threatens her baby dad.
Son, no, because the baby daddy ran up on the wrong dude. Son, he's like, yo, nigga try to run up on me because you're fucking his fucking woman. He has a right to run up on you.
Which is my point.
Right. Run up on you, right? Oh, he's trying to get at me? I'm gonna leave him sleeping because you know that's your kid's father. I'm gonna give him. But by the way, take this cocaine out.
Move this pack for me. Like, let me get my notes on.
Let me get back to business though.
Let me get my notes.
Almost killed your baby daddy, but look.
But move this pack for me.
So move this pack for me, son.
Yo,
take that. We go split that.
But that is the beauty of like a street nigga, right? It's like that's all the shit that you're gonna deal with in real life.
It's so real
in a real life,
son.
All of those different things that happen in this 3 minutes and whatever 40 seconds. This is real relationships. I know these people.
Her hop out and get the Duchess, bro. Yo,
right,
son,
it's so real.
It's
so real.
Fucking real, man.
Oh man, PK on this joint.
Faith Evans.
Well, Faith on the video version. Faith is not on the album version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they enhanced the single version and put same thing with Eve's Love Is Blind. Yo, call Faith the day of. Don't call Faith after, yo. Don't call Faith after.
I know what she does.
Yeah, I know what she.
How she an afterthought?
Yeah, don't call me after you did the joint.
What's wrong with you? Man?
I was busy that day. Oh, that's different.
Right.
Don't never call Faith after. Call Faith first.
Zhuzh up your shit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's just one of those like it's a chick joint, but the beat is still hard enough for DMX to be who he needs to be.
Yo, B, how are you?
And there's really only a chick song on the chorus.
Yeah, for sure. But he manages to be as rugged as fuck and still smooth.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck he did it. But he's spitting at her. Crazy shit.
We know how he did it.
Yeah.
We know how he did it.
He's spitting crazy.
Yeah, he's talking crazy. Street shit.
Crazy.
She was into it.
Niggas used to blaze that.
Yeah. Girlfriend.
He wrote that.
Sure he did. Sure he did.
He popped. Yeah. He moving coke for the nigga. He was doing it. worked. It worked.
And I like that. And I love that for him.
It worked. I love that for him.
Love that for Earl. Sure, he was cute too. I love that. I love that for Earl.
This is my first 10.
Oh, what I was gonna say was that I heard you, by the way. Mm-hmm. What I was gonna say was that this was the perfect way to get a chick record
off of DMX.
Single off of DMX.
Absolutely.
So whose ever brainchild that was to understand, yo, we can't give him I need love. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't come from that angle. It's gotta be on some street shit. But there's a female base that we gotta talk to. We gotta get to this female base.
Because there's an element that we can still use on some sex symbol shit.
Right. We gotta get to this base because
he got abs, yo.
Yeah, you know like the nigga, I don't know if he work out or if he just run from the cops. Either way, his cardio is up.
Just don't eat.
Yeah, his cardio or he don't eat. He went out a few meals. Whatever the case may be, the chicks like him.
He made up for the meals.
Let's figure out how to talk to them, how to give them a record. And this is a perfect record.
Yeah.
Perfect. I believe I heard you.
Yeah, brother.
I believe I heard you say this was your
first 10.
First 10 on the album.
This is
your first 10.
First 10.
So there are others.
There's not 110.
112?
Maybe 10 wins.
Yeah, man. Same here, man. Just a great record. I was going back and forth between the 9.5 and the 10, and I was like, well, what do I take off points for? And it was nothing. It was nothing. Like the delivery of the record was great. The intention was great. The execution was great. I love that the beat is not lacking in any,
not at all,
in any form of what you would want from DMX. But he was able to get a chick record off.
And see what I was saying about, you said you I didn't agree with Get At Me Dog being a 10, right? Because I felt like it just did the same thing every single verse. With this one, every verse is something different. He really takes you through. You can see it. It's visual. He gives you everything, man.
I mean, he's jumping around through these verses too, though. He's definitely jumping through.
For sure.
First part of the story, third part of the story.
But fast forward the story. That's fine, though. Yeah, absolutely. And then he gets out clean. You know,
he gets out
still
clean.
Be my best friend.
He definitely.
Will still be best friend. Go back to your.
Mad love, bull, to the end.
Yo, go back to your baby father now.
Well, you belong to cuz. Couldn't belong to me.
How real is that?
You got 2 kids by this nigga. It was wrong for me.
Wrong for me.
But we gonna always be the best of friends. Crime Story. Irv Gotti, Lil Rob.
Yeah, man. Smooth joint, man.
Smooth joint.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because Darkman X, he's always gonna be bleak, right, and grim. He has these stories where he keeps dying, man, right? So with this one, the performance was really good. You know what I mean? It was straightforward. It's very visual.
Mm-hmm.
You can
very
see
visual.
It's extremely visual. You can see
Cinematic
what it was.
shit.
You know what I mean? Like calling his man up. You know what I mean? He's like, what the fuck you doing? Yeah, click, you talking crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm on the run. You can't be.
You call shorty, right?
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Beep Carlos!
Son, how you rhyme fucking hollows and fucking Carlos? Yo, I was like, yo, from jump. That shit was impressive. What should I do? Beep Carlos. I was like, yo, he rhymed Carlos with hollows.
I liked it.
That's tough. That's tough.
Shout to Earl.
Shout out to Earl. He raps. Yeah, it's a cool story, visual enough. I thought, him fooling the cops with a fucking female voice was a little stretch.
Yeah, they definitely at least want you to open the door, ma'am. Yeah,
he don't sound like
I'm gonna need you to see.
And DMX gonna sound like a woman if he tried. So there's that too.
Not at all.
Nah. Not even a poodle. But.
Yeah, his impersonation on the album wasn't convincing.
At all. Who is that? Fucking Edith Bunker? Like, who is that?
Louise Jefferson. Louise Jefferson. There you go. George. Go to the cleaners, George. Anything else about Crime Story?
Nah, that was it. Smooth joint. It's cool. Give it 8.5.
8.5 joint. Yeah, cool. Irv Gotti, Lil Rob. All right, Stop Being Greedy.
What'd you give it?
8.5.
Okay.
8.5.
Stop Being Greedy.
Whew.
It's a great song.
This is
a great song.
One of my favorite DMX records.
This is a great song.
Throughout his entire catalog, one of my favorite DMX records.
It's a great song.
It's a great record.
You talk about fucking. Now, how many flows does he have in his song,
son? That's what did it.
The melody on this fucking song.
I can flip that flow. I can get that dough. I can hit that hoe. You know I'm with that. Yep.
Come on, man. Like
all nightmares, right here's whatever. Come on, yo. He was going. Will I kill? I think that is wrong.
Son.
It's going crazy.
27 different flows.
Lord, this is 3 minutes. This is
the first verse.
This is 24 seconds in. By the way.
27 flows on this joint.
Going crazy.
And I'm listening like, he doesn't take his fucking foot off the gas.
Nah.
The whole record.
The chorus is immaculate.
Immaculate.
Y'all been eating long enough now. Stop.
Stays in character with the dog thing.
Stop being greedy.
Stays in character with that. And makes it work.
Let's keep it real, partner. Get to the ribs is touching. So don't make me wait. Fuck around and I'ma bite you.
Snatch the plate.
Snatch the plate.
Because we've seen dogs.
So visual. So visual. So visual.
Yeah, metaphor. Oh, yeah.
What else I got in here? Like the split personality, back and forth. There's melodic portions. The imagery
different
is
POV, different POV.
picture clear. The imagery, like it's great. PK and Grease on production. It's so high energy that when I hear that record, I'm instantly back in 1998.
So here's the crazy part, right? Like, I thought this record, and I don't think it gets looked at the same by the masses. I thought this single was better than Get At Me Dog. But Get At Me Dog was bigger just because of...
This was the B-side.
Yeah.
This was the B-side of Get At Me Dog, which I loved, right? I loved that because those were both two like great records. I understand why Get At Me Dog
100%
worked and
100%.
why, but I love both of them equally. I think
it sounds like a Robin Hood tale. You know what I'm saying? It sounds more fun than Get At Me Dog. Get At Me Dog sounds more dangerous. You know what I mean?
Get At Me Dog is very much to the point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
raw.
intention that it was set out for, it got to it. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
This gives you a little more to digest, right? It's a little more. It has more dimension.
Absolutely.
It's way more dimensional than Get At Me Dog, which is why I love. Like I still had the single. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, I still got the single. With Stop Being Greedy on the B-side, and I love that single. It was a solid fucking single. I was like, these are two great records. Great for different reasons. I love them both. They do different things. Yeah. I love them both. And it's really the purpose of your single is to set the album up, to show you the artist that you getting, and give you some different shit, right?
Right. Like they both do different things, but very much are singular. Like this is DMX.
This is DMX.
And nobody else is doing.
Oh my.
Nobody's doing exactly. Nobody's doing either one of those.
Not to this level.
Absolutely.
But I love Stop Being Greedy, and I think it's a great record.
I give it a 10.
I gave it a 10 as well. I was scared. I thought you were gonna judge me. I thought you were gonna judge me right now.
No, honestly, like to be completely transparent, I was leaning towards a 10 for Get At Me Dog, and then I kept playing this shit, and I'm like, yo, this was actually a little better. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, because he kept doing the same thing, so that's why I took the bar away. So this was the.
Got you.
Snatch the bar.
Yeah, nah. I mean, Get At Me Dog for me just. Like the feel of that, what they did. Oh yeah, that beat's crazy. They went crazy. The keys in it, mad sinister. Like
yeah, man. Everything.
Like they just understood. They understood the artist and the man that Earl was, and I think his first few projects, they laced him sonically just with what he needed to be. So that's a 10. Stop Being Greedy. ATF. We talked about this earlier. Another story joint.
Yeah, it's very short. It's a very short joint. He goes out blazing. He's nice.
These are more DMX very much on his street escapades.
His James Dean thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
there's black guys who went out to blazing glory too.
Blazing. Yeah, I guess. It's visual. You know,
it's visual.
I don't have a ton to say.
For sure.
It kind of gives the same thing that Crime Story was given.
But
just
better,
shorter.
in my opinion.
This is better.
Yeah,
because of more detail.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like it. I think it's a little more energetic, and I like the beat better for sure. Dame Grease, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a high speed chase.
It's a high speed chase,
whole song,
right? So the energy, keeps the momentum throughout the song. You kind of feel your adrenaline rush as you listening to it.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when ATF, like if you ever been, even if you're not on no street shit, if anybody ever banged on your door when you first get startled, no matter who it is,
right.
And then to know it's ATF and to know that you have things in there.
But I understand the ending though, because like
it went in the circle.
He said the last thing I heard was ATF, boom, boom, boom. But he got shot in the street.
That's how it started, right?
He got shot in the street.
It went in the circle. I was trying to go back and catch where he went back to the beginning of the joint. Yeah. I couldn't.
Unless it was a dream. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep.
Yeah. I didn't harp on it. I gave it 8.5. It was a tough joint.
Give it 8.
Give it 8?
Yep.
This is for my dogs.
For my dogs. This is for my dogs.
That's exactly how that song makes me feel.
Dogs.
Just how you doing it right there.
This is for my dogs.
This is for my dogs.
Yeah, I mean the beat, the hook is very it's a little too laid back.
It's remedial.
It's super it's just repetitive, remedial, absolutely. On the positive side,
I think
it's cool that he did a posse cut with his boys and nobody really wet the bed. You know what I mean? I think everybody pretty much did their thing. Drag on.
Yeah.
Had the best
Dre Drag was definitely the star of it. We knew Casino from freestyles and being one of the guys from Yonkers with the locks. Big Stan and Lewis's Peoples.
Casino from the Clue tapes.
You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that he put his bands on. And I loved it even more as I was listening back. I was like, damn, they on a classic.
Yeah.
They got plaques.
You know what
I'm saying?
Big album.
They on a classic, timeless joint. You know?
They looked out.
And even Big Stan alludes to that, right? Like, yo, we know the plaques is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
we believe
this ain't this ain't nothing new to us.
Nice. I love that shit.
Yeah, I love that.
They singing his praise.
For sure.
It's almost like a congratulations. Like, yo, it's your first album. We always supported you. Like, I love that
and he gives it right back, right?
Yeah,
he pays it right forward by putting them on his project. You know what I'm saying? This is a Def Jam release, a highly anticipated, budgeted Def Jam release. You can't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't throw no bullshit out there. So for him to put his mans on the record, I thought it was dope. Not my favorite record. No standout like verses. Not like the posse cut we'll get into later. But a solid joint. I respected it, but I gave it a 7.5.
8.
Give it 8.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Pause.
It's a big record, man.
Okay.
Big record.
Talk to me.
All right. So, of course, the huge Phil Collins sample.
Right.
But now with again 97, we're in the height of the sample jack era, right?
Or interpolation. I think it was an interpolation.
Okay, interpolation.
Replay. Yeah.
Right. But these samples often take over the whole song.
Right.
I felt this song. They were between I think it's Dame, right?
Yep.
Okay, Dame Grease.
Yep.
Dame Grease and X. I think they did a great job of still making the song have X's DNA. Like it doesn't. The sample doesn't take it over.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it still feels like an original X song. It doesn't feel commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think that part of that is if there was any type of song that if DMX was a different artist that he would make, it would be In the Air Tonight, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think about it. If DMX was Phil Collins, that's the record he would have made. That's why.
Shit, if DMX was,
That's why it doesn't. That's why
put your mind there, people. Put your mind there. What does that look like?
What does that look like? You know what I mean?
Studio.
And it's also this guy's stupid. It's also why I wish DMX would have did the hook.
Ooh.
I wanted X to sing the hook on this. I think it would have brought it home even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
X could hold the note.
Yeah, he could have held that down.
Yeah,
what was done on the song?
Yeah.
He could have held that down.
Yeah. And the verses are tough, man.
Oh, nah, it's tough.
He's dropping some shit. I mean, that third verse, he's killing that shit, man. Like,
well, that's the
street knowledge, man. Like
he's coming from that classic Footprints in the Sand poem, that you might see in Nana's house or Auntie's house.
Absolutely.
To give you that in a rap verse, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought was really brilliant. Obviously, anytime X dips into his spirituality bag and leans in that space, you're gonna get some gems. It's gonna be prophetic.
Yeah.
What'd you give it?
I gave it a 8.5.
8.5 over here as well.
Nice.
Bet. We got the prayer skit. Now we got the convo. This is DMX really going there, like having a one-on-one with God. We've had glimpses, right, of him having conversations with his higher power.
Yeah. His consciousness.
Yeah, he's talked. He
talks to Damien. He talks
right.
To
He's talked to his consciousness. He's talked to one of his split personalities, and we get into his actual conversation with God. And this is really where they reference the Footprints in the Sand.
Have you ever read the book Conversations with God?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Many years ago.
Yeah.
Many years ago. Wouldn't be bad to revisit it.
Oh, you should. You gotta read every 7 years. They got 3 parts too. They got a 2 and a 3.
Word.
Yeah, man.
But
okay. So it just reminds whatever I see.
Yeah. For
this
sure.
conversation makes me think about that book.
For sure.
And I clearly, X has been some, no pun intended, it's been some really dark places, right? So he's had a lot of solitude, whether that's in prison, whether that's just him and his dog, whatever. So like when he's not talking to Boom, he's in his head, dealing with what he is dealing with, fighting his demons, praying,
and having these real conversations.
Praying,
with God,
yeah,
right?
that's what prayer is, right? That's what real prayer is, having a real conversation with your maker. So I mean, but again, I feel like this song is actually deeper than it is attractive to me. If that makes sense. Like sonically, I don't love it, right? I think the beat's a little weak, for X. But when you sit with it and hear what he's talking about, I mean, there's so much there. Like it's really a deep song.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. I feel
I wish the production matched the depth of his lyrics.
Weird comparison. Maybe I'm going a little off, but it's a little bit of like some of the pieces of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. The subject matter and the content is so dense, it's so much there that it's almost hard to make it the best art.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you unpacking so much shit. I don't know musically if there was an opportunity to do something different. I guess it could have been a different beat.
I think a beat would have really helped. I mean, because again, it's not like his performance is slacking a little bit. You know what I mean? He's saying some crazy shit. I mean, it's almost, and the song is actually placed perfectly, right?
For sure.
It's the second last song.
For sure.
And if you listen to what he's saying, he's like, wow, basically like the faith that I had all this time paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did all this wrong shit. I thought you was going to penalize me. I held my faith and my dream came true.
Right.
I'm on my first album.
God is saying I rewarded
Won't
you.
he do it?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I put you through all of these trials for you to stay faithful.
Stay faithful.
And
because you stay faithful, you got rewarded.
These are the fruits of that. Yeah. What I loved is also that there was a Born Loser reference in there. So like when we talked about DMX, if you know from the Unsigned Hype or you know his first stint with Columbia and his single Born Loser that didn't blow, it was still DMX. It was still him being who he was. Obviously the title was Born Loser. If you really ahead, you know that record. But I love that he came full circle and like, am I really just a born loser? You know what I'm saying? Like to even reference not only the song title, but the sentiment. Yeah. It's like, damn, I had a shot before and I didn't blow and nothing happened, nothing came of it. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was dope. Overall, I think the song is not the best song, but it means so much. I rated it high.
Oh, really?
Yep. 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
I give it an
8. Yeah.
Okay.
8.5. Solid joint. However, though, this, oh my God.
Come on, man. Damn. Question: where does this rank among posse cuts?
Ooh, you talking? Shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you why that's difficult.
Oh,
answer.
I know.
I'm gonna tell you why it's difficult and why it's easy.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
It's difficult if I think about hip hop as a whole.
Okay.
And I go regional and I start to think about the entire landscape of hip hop.
The symphony.
Me as a Brooklyn, New Yorker, niggas done started something that's very high. This is a New York this is a mixtape classic.
Yeah.
Now, it might not mean the same to people in the South. It might not mean the same to people in the West,
it should
right?
mean something to everybody who likes rap lyrics. If you like rap lyrics, I don't give a fuck if you in Ohio. If you like rap,
you in Dayton right
you
now.
In fucking Iowa. If you like fucking rap lyrics, you love this song.
So, well, I mean, that's a good point. You know, a lot of people, more people
What?
into music. Some people in the
beat is incredible. The beat is fucking incredible.
Nah,
the beat is fucking incredible.
This is a mixtape collab. This is triple platinum on Clue, bro.
Triple platinum on Clue.
It's triple platinum on Clue. 100%. Like, who makes those plaques? Son. Can we get those made up? Because every one of those people deserve a triple platinum plaque from Clue.
Shit, man. Yo,
like,
man.
So, the greatest part of this song is that it lived on mixtapes maybe a year and a half before this album came out. And so this was a record that you only could get on a Clue tape or whatever DJ mixtape you were listening to.
And you know what the fuck X is.
But this is the first time a lot of people, because now he's in the company of Mason the Lock, so people know who they are. Yep. And so you getting this DMX, like the last nigga went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when I saw it on this track list, and I was so happy because it actually had a real home. It had a real release.
It's legitimized.
It's legit. Like I can go listen to this on the compact
legitimized
disc.
They legitimized it.
Yeah. Mixed it, mastered properly.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Exactly. Here's the question I have for you, good sir.
Okay. I knew it was coming.
Who got the best verse?
I think the question really is...
What's the real question?
The real question is, does DMX have the best verse? That's the question.
DMX is the anchor, right? He closed out the record.
Absolutely.
It's his song. It's on his album.
Absolutely.
I don't think he has the best verse, though.
I don't think he has the best verse.
I don't think he has the verse.
I think he has the second best verse.
Who has the best verse?
Mace. Murder Mace. Murder Mace.
Without question.
Ridiculous.
Without question.
So ridiculous. It might be Mace's best verse ever.
The craziest shit is that Mace has this capability and feels so good.
And feels so good.
Like,
which we talked about
this is the part that upsets me with certain people.
Yes.
Because they want to highlight the shiny shit so much and not go into Murder, Maze, Children of the Corn, the MC that was dead nice. Like, I give somebody more points if they could do this and that.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Often I bug, then bust off in a thug, have a nigga coughing blood and his coffin was slug. Yeah, it was a lot of pauses back then. Yeah. It's all right though.
Well, we got gangster bitches.
Right. And his coffin was slugs. You know, I get enough guns to wreck a nation. Any nigga wave a tech and Mason have an explanation.
I wave a tech at you. I don't owe you any explanation.
Any nigga wave a tech and Mason have an explanation. You bring your crew in them, I'm doing them. Then I'm beating them down with aluminum. Then I'm putting two in them. You couldn't catch me. I've been devil sent, 1 and 4 embezzlement, a lot of other things. That's irrelevant.
Come on. Not a single syllable off.
This the same guy with the glossy shoot on in Vegas? I love this era, bro. I love this era
98.
when these records was coming to us on these mixtapes and these guys was. This is really like lyrical.
We lost the mixtape. We don't have that anymore, bro.
We don't.
We lost the mixtape.
We don't. The best verse, like, I gotta go kill you.
Yeah.
Because I know you're a killer.
They're all battling on this shit.
They're all killers.
They're all going at each other on this shit.
Yeah.
All battling it.
They're all killers, bro.
X is a new guy.
They're all killers.
All killers.
They're all murderers.
Everybody
Styles
got their own body back.
Zach Sheik Luch.
Got their own body. Oh,
Jason Phil, Jada Kid. These guys are killers, man. These guys are trained assassins.
Did Sheik not set this off perfectly?
Oh my God, bro.
Come on, man. Say what you want, man.
Hey, yo, let's get paper, pop more with holes up the skyscrapers.
Come on! Come on!
New York
He got
City,
right to it. He
known
got
the way
right
to
to
play
it.
is gritty.
He got right to
I
it.
want cheddar so I can front up in the 850. This is a 10 for me, sir. Just in case it was unclear, in case it was a lack of clarity. This is a 10 for me. Oh my God.
What?
It's so good.
Come on, man.
It's so good.
It's too good.
It's so good. Everybody.
You want hook, you want rhymes,
The beat.
you want flows, you want the beat. What do you want?
Everybody went crazy.
What do you want? Everybody went nuts. What do you want?
Yeah, that's excellent.
Don't come at me with no bullshit.
Use caution. When I wet shit.
Stressing bitches, caressing bitches.
Stressing bitches. Fuck.
I'm undressing bitches, attaching bitches.
You doing what, sir?
Giving them exams? What the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean? Why?
Oh, man. Cruddy nigga with a bloody knife. Miss him.
Yeah, man. Really loved the verses with him and Snoop.
Oh, that was so good.
One of my favorites.
It was so good.
One
man.
of my favorites.
It was a feel good time.
Absolutely.
It was a feel good time.
They were giving each other, like, two icons, giving each other love, giving each other flowers. You know what
and
I mean?
X stayed, right? That's where they finished the album at Snoop's studio in LA.
Yep.
I know that DMX got a lot of love when he was here. Mm-hmm. I hope that he felt that love. Because he's one of those artists that is young kids, is people our age, is women, is men, is women, old people older than us. Mm-hmm. Like his audience, his base was so varied. Mm-hmm. That you would see videos him just at Walmart, people running up. It didn't matter who they were; they would show him that love, and he would. Right. So I just hope he felt that love, because he's definitely one of the most special artists that we've ever had.
She's one of
what I'm saying?
One of the fucking realest, bro.
What is Dark and Hell is Hot land as an album for you?
Ooh.
What's your final number?
8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
About an 8.7.
Yes, man.
About an 8.7. Just a little under a 9.
Yeah.
I think bigger than that, more than an 8.5.
Yeah. 8.7 good.
Great freshman effort though.
What? So good.
So good in fact.
He got a sophomore album before the year ended.
Yo, bro, how you get skipped?
Money. Yo, he skipped. He got skipped.
He got skipped. Yo, it was so foreign for that to happen. Not even foreign. It had never happened before in hip hop. That when it was like it's a new DMX album, I thought it was a lie. I was like, that's not humanly possible that he put another album out.
He dropped the EP. It
was like,
album.
It was like, yo, new DMX album Tuesday. I was like, no. That's not how the industry works.
It's only December.
I was like, yo, I'm literally listening to DMX album right now. What are you talking about?
Came out 6 months ago.
It just dropped. Yeah, crazy. That was nuts. Def Jam was wilding. Spin the block.
Bruh.
Spin the block. Go do that again.
Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas. We need because we didn't know I was gonna do this. We didn't know it was gonna do this in May.
That's how Irv got his bag.
We need a December. We need a December drop.
Yeah,
shout out to my brother Irv Gotti.
He still came through.
The Ruff Ryders, D. Siobhan, Y, Swiss, PK, Dame Grease for sure.
Yeah, man.
I know there's a lot of conversation about them kind of being left out of the conversation in the story, so definitely want to acknowledge them as well. But everybody who contributed, man, like DMX has given us countless masterpieces, and you know he's one of those artists that will be missed forever.
Absolutely.
Sure,
Rest in peace to the dog, Darkman X. I mean, again, singular. There are a lot of artists who try to do what X did. There's no reason for the Tupac comparisons. Everybody that tried to do what X did. I mean, again, you had people who took pieces. Ja Rule, 50 Cent, ironically, they both took pieces from X. They both learned shit from X, but like, nobody could duplicate that man.
One of one.
Nobody.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Torrey Carr.
Bonsu Thompson.
This is Hard to Earn. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell a DMX fan that we putting on for the dog, all right? Tap in with us next time. Peace and love.
If you want respect, you gotta earn it. Damn right.